Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 2023 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out immensely, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a turkey in the comment box, and we will be choosing a winner at random. And yeah, I will be announcing the person who will be receiving this reading in a separate video. So put a turkey emoji in the comment box and you will be entered to receive this reading. Now, if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. I was just smudging the space, clearing the energy. And I know this is so funny. This is a sage stick. It's a beautiful one. I know it's been burnt, but it's still quite lovely. And I said I hated sage before, and I really did. I hated the smell of sage. And now, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, wow, something has changed. So this is awesome. So now let's clear the energy space with the singing bowl, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Gemini, let's see what the tarot has to say about love. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So the funniest thing when I put down the Two of Swords, you know when you're cutting up herbs and you use a scissor? That's what I see right here. It's like you're cutting things up. I don't know if it's herbs. I don't know if somebody's cooking while they're watching, cutting up herbs, but there's a sense of like cutting things down into manageable sizes and being able to really see what it is that you want and where it is that you're going. You're also releasing a lot of ties that you had, like of I don't want to say boundaries, but it's not boundaries. It's like it's walls. Like the walls are crumbling down that have been holding you back from the place that you want it to be. You're seeing things in a very different way. Now it's very interesting because we have the King of Swords, if we hold this upright, the King of Swords reversed. And we are represented by the swords in the minor arcana. So we're coming through with our energy reversed. So are we in the best of places? Maybe no. But it does look like we're getting into a much better place when it comes to love. And why I say maybe and why Spirit says maybe is because I do see you finding a balance, but you've been fighting so long. You've been fighting so long something that kind of was in your head since childhood. And there is something here where you're finding the balance to it again. You're finding the balance to yourself. You lost that somewhere along the way. And in doing so, you lost the power of your voice, right? And what I'm seeing is, you know, when guys yell, right? When women yell, we just don't yell the same way. But when guys yell, you can kind of like feel it in your bones. It's kind of like when a big dog barks, right? You can feel it. It vibrates off things. We lost that power of our voice. somewhere along the way. And it doesn't matter if you're male or female or however you identified. That power of your voice is something that you're reclaiming during this time. And it's so important in your ability to love, to express your love, to really feel that love deep in the marrow of your bones. You're having here temperance, you're having things come into balance. Your time frame, all right, is November 22nd to December 21st. That's not the time frame of Gemini. That's the time frame of Sagittarius, the temperance card, the balance card, the truth card that is here right now. And that's going to be the time, the later half of November, where we really see ourselves stepping into our power. Are we getting there now in the beginning of November? Absolutely. But stepping into that power fully, stepping into ourselves fully, that takes a bit of time and not that much because, the 21st of November the 22nd of November will be here before we know it. Not to rush it, but it will be. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides. This is purposeful reverse. That's where our voice being lost has gone, right? We don't feel purposeful. We've lost our purpose. We've lost our direction somewhere along the way. And it has to do with love. It has to do with love, which is so interesting because we're represented by the lovers in the major arcana, not the minor, the major arcana. That's our purpose. Our purpose is love. The purpose of us, Gemini, is for the duality of our being to embrace, vibrate, and resonate at a place of everlasting love, right? No small feat whatsoever. But here, we're purposeful. We don't feel the purpose of our love right now. We be questioning it in one way or another, questioning ourselves, questioning if we'll ever have love, if the love that we'll have will ever be kind of the way that we imagined. We're never going to have the storybook and they all lived happily ever after, Cinderella version type of thing. Life is real and it being real makes it messy. But that beautiful connection, that love that lifts us up and, raises our energy vibration and brings joy into our lives, yes, that is an obtainable love. And so here, we're purposeful. We need to move with purpose in love because it's part of our identity of being and soul. Let's see. And that could be why we're so hesitant around it or why we can feel so overwhelmed by it because it's so important to us. And we might not want to admit that because that can mean that there's a vulnerability there. Let's see what we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Can't make this up. It's the lovers reversed. Yes, it's us getting in our own way. It's that fear of love coming forward. It's lust. We can be really good at lust, okay, Gemini? But when love comes into it, when it gets a little bit more serious, we can really hesitate or we can feel something inside us, like kind of like fall, like the pit of our stomach fall. It's like, ooh, how do I traverse this? Now, if you're healthy and expressing your love and you're thinking, Dane, what the heck are you talking about? Then this is just saying, hey, be mindful of lust. It's going to creep up on you. So here, just know that. And know that when I said healthy and expressing love, it's not a diss. It's not a diss at all. I myself am a Gemini, and I find this to be a very interesting, very, illuminating reading to be looking at as a Gemini myself. So here, just know that we're going to be our own worst enemies during this time to really let ourselves open to love, to balance the duality of us, which is part of what temperance is doing, but also to let ourselves shine, to let ourselves be ourselves. It's something that once upon a time, however far back we have to go in our story, we were told wasn't good enough. You couldn't focus enough. You were too distracted. You were always flirting with other people. You were this, you were that. It made us feel guilty and it made us cut off a part of ourselves that was very important. It moves us here to the King of Swords reverse. Because remember, Geminis can be seen as very flirty people who are naturally interested in other people, asking questions, diving deeper, and kind of flitzing off to the next thing. That's what Geminis are known for. So with the King of Swords reversed, it is a fear of the power of our voice coming forward. It is the fear of asserting the way that we want to move forward in our lives. This can play itself out with being a little bit too rigid, a little bit too, well, show me the facts, show me the data, let me see this. It can also be that you can assess people really well. Air goes into every crevice. We innately know a lot more than we give ourselves credit for knowing. And we can use that as a weapon. And we all know people who do that. They innately know, they innately see. And we can even say that with ourselves. Oh, I don't want to be mean. I can be too mean. I don't want to be, whatever, or in love. I can be too in love. It's too much. So here, with the King of Swords reversed, it's standing in our power and it's owning it. It's owning the power of our voice. It's owning our determination and our focus and our insight and our cutting through the bull to get to the heart of the matter. That's something that's beautiful. It can be scary, yes, but it's beautiful. And so here, we're moving forward in an assertion of ourselves. But know that, again, because we have the King of Swords, the highest court card, right, in the minor arcana for us, Gemini, and we have our major arcana court card coming through, we can be our own worst enemy. So just saying, I'm not going to get in my own way, and then actively not getting in our own way, grounding ourselves, centering ourselves, letting quiet wash over us. I don't know about you, Gemini, but my ears have been seeking out silence, which is so interesting because I'm always listening to something, always doing something. And now I'm seeking out silence. So there's something here where it's like grounding yourself, stabilizing yourself, harmonizing yourself is going to be so important. I highly recommend, Spring Forest Qigong if you want to check it out in the description box below. But some sort of movement meditation is so fantastic for an air sign. Do some sort of movement meditation, whether that's going for a walk, not listening to anything, but going for a walk, whether that is, dance or whatever, but letting your body move and letting yourself be just part of those movements. With temperance, there's balance here. You see how the angel that is pouring one cup into another? We are blessed, not in this card, you don't see it, but in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, it is the angel standing over the two people. So here it is the energy of the two forms of Gemini, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, but just the duality that is a Gemini in and of itself, falling into balance, having a little bit go into one cup, a little bit go into another cup, a balancing, a melding, a merging, a coming together. And that's going to be this time for us in love. It's going to be, what is the truth? And we're going to have to state the truth to ourselves, whether it's uncomfortable, whether it's like, ooh, I didn't know I felt that way or thought that way, but to harmonize ourselves and to move us forward, stating the truth, and then letting us move forward in the blessings of our angels. Our angels are going to be talking to us. It's Scorpio time period. Angels, spirits, talk to us more during this time, during the time when the veil between the worlds are the thinnest in Scorpio time period. We have Samhain, right? We have Halloween, we have, All Saints Day, we have Day of the Dead, we have all the stuff that symbolizes and shows us the veil between the waking world and the spirit world is thin. And that's a very Scorpio thing. It's very powerful. And so here we're finding balance, but we're connecting with our angels. So if you have an insight, if you're thinking, this voice keeps on saying something in my head and like, oh, I don't know why I have this feeling, listen to it. It is your angels talking to you. Listen. It moves us to the Seven of Wands. We have been in defense mode. We have had to get things done. We have had to defend. We have had to fight. We have had to keep going. And that's probably for your whole entire life. If not your whole entire life, then really recently. You can say like 7 months, 7 years, okay? Maybe 7 days, but I see it as a much longer time period where it's like, it's been fighting. It's been having to defend myself. And Spirit's like, listen, you're nobody's doormat. But we don't have to be fighting all the time. It's a draining of energy to always be on the defense. Spirit is saying, stand your ground. Know what you want. But we don't have to be like so tense, like ready to attack, right? Just think of that. Just think of being ready to fight or, ready to punch a punching bag, right? You need to tense up all your muscles. Well, maybe you don't need to, but you do. You tense up. You tense up and you get ready. And here it's like that tenseness is what Spirit is talking about. There's a tenseness to us as we're embracing our passion because it's had to have been such a battle for such a long time. It has always felt like, okay, what am I defending about myself now? How am I warding off this chaos that I don't want in my life? Or how am I, standing up for myself this way? And there's a bit of exhaustion here. You might be tired. You might need you time. And the person that Spirit is saying love is yourself. I know it sounds so cliche because how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself? But loving yourself is important. Finding the beauty is important. But also relationships are super important. So here, it's knowing what you want. And you might say, I don't know what I want, but it's standing in the power of you and not always having to fight. I see this as being so important. So we can do a meditation. If you don't want to do a meditation, you can totally fast forward through this. But take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. And do that 3 times. Deep breath in, exhaling. Deep breath in, exhaling. Deep breath in, exhaling. Let your body relax. Let the golden light of your angels and spirit wash over you. Feel it coming like soft, gentle mist rolling over your body, grounding you, centering you. But feel it relaxing your body, starting at the top of your head, relaxing your brow, relaxing your eyes, your jaw, relaxing your tongue, relaxing your throat. There's so much you haven't said. Releasing all that hasn't been said, that you have held back, bit back from your body. Relaxing your shoulders, this golden light running down your arms. Relaxing your elbows and your wrists, the golden light shining out your fingertips. As still more golden light moves down your chest, relaxing your heart. You hold so much in your heart. Relaxing your stomach, your pelvis, your legs, your knees. Relaxing your calves, your ankles. Relaxing your feet as the golden light comes out the bottom of your feet. That golden light is coming out of your fingertips and your feet. And you feel the power of your angels with you. And if you want to pause this video and stay in that energy, do so. We are going to be moving on now, letting that light ground us, centering us, slowly and steadily dissipating. The 6 of Pentacles. Things haven't been balanced. And so here, with the harmony of ourselves, with the twin energy, we balance. We balance through calm because we're planting seeds. And when we are calm and centered, Gemini, we are absolutely successful without a doubt. And so here, we are harmonizing, we're balancing. We're also seeing a give and take. We can have a give and take. We don't have to do everything or have somebody else do everything for us. The give and the take, the value of our worth is coming forward. We deserve to be seen as miracles, right? Every human being is a miracle, but we deserve to be seen as a beautiful, powerful individual. And we deserve to see others as beautiful, powerful individuals. And so that balance moves forward. It brings us to the 2 of Swords. We're severing what is no longer needed. But we're also mixing together a lot of the things that we love. A lot of the things that are important to us, that we've put off, held back, kept silent about. If you do spell work, okay, or you work with herbs, I see you washing this over you. If you're putting herbs together or something like that, blow the smoke over you or waft it over you. That's going to be important. If you're burning something, like waft it over you, centering yourself just in the smell and the connection. Okay, the energy of the flame of fire is so important. Okay, and it feeds us. It feeds our passion. It feeds our air. I know fire takes up air, but first I'm seeing it feeding us. So I can only tell you what spirit is showing me. And so here we're also noticing paths coming forward or combinations coming together that we just didn't realize before. We didn't realize we needed. It brings us. Yeah, paths are opening. We thought it was going to be one way or another. And now we're opening ourselves up. It's like there's so many infinite possibilities. Don't limit yourself. And it's not saying don't limit yourself to a person. Okay, you can absolutely, you want to find that partner and be like, that's it. I've got it, right? We're grounding ourselves, but we're severing a lot of the ties that are toxic to us, that have kept us in this state of stress and fight, and that have kept us unbalanced because we're harmonizing. And our angels are singing to us. Our angels are guiding us in harmony. It moves us to our subconscious energy from spirit in its nature reversed. We need to ground ourselves. We also need to embrace our own nature, embrace what we want in life. It might not be what we had imagined, and that's okay. But touching ground, going outside, touching the bare earth, that's so important for us. And letting ourselves move forward in that energy of grounding and, taking in the sunlight is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Princess of Pentacles reversed. It is a childish fear of planting seeds, of watching things grow, because it can lead to loss, right? It can lead to pain. There can also be a greed here as well. So here there is a sense of, I need to be a student of my prosperity instead of I already know and give me. It's not just saying to us, but also be mindful about this with other people. We can be very intrigued, like, oh my gosh, they come across as so successful. It's going to be something we're really attracted to. But it's more of a give me, give me, give me. And it drains us. They don't plant anything. They're just leashes. They just suck away. So just be aware of this. Our subconscious tarot message is the Death card reversed. We are going through a transformation, but are we fully embracing it right now? This is Scorpio energy. It's so interesting that you have the time frame, right? You have the time frame of November come up. This is October 23rd to November 21st, Scorpio time frame, and we can find it difficult. We can find the act and the embrace of transformation to be difficult. The dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, but also fully connecting with our angels and our spirit guides, and the fact that the veil between worlds is the thinnest. If we can accept that during this time and embrace it, we will be absolutely powerful. But we can be overwhelmed by it and a bit scared. So if it's too much, say to the universe, you know what, this is too much right now. I can't do this and I don't want to. And that's okay. Then you will not have wasted this time. I'm not saying that you will waste it, but with the Death card reverse, right? With the Scorpio time frame reversed, there's a fear. But there's also the sense here with fighting. There's a sense of lies and secrets. And we're so done with that. Those are also going to be brought up into the open, brought out into the open. Lies and secrets that we've held in ourselves, that have kept us sick, that have kept us held back, that have kept us from really living our lives the way that we want to. And connecting with our angels is going to be so important. However we can do that, however much we can kind of embrace the veil, is going to be so important for us. So take it at your speed, but know that it is moving us forward. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. Oh, all right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, Gemini. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Remember to put a turkey emoji in the comment box if you want to. If you don't, that's totally cool. So let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And embrace joy. This world, we need to embrace joy. All right. Love you all. Bye.